knew the hiding of Hadit. Come, all ye, and learn the secret that have not yet been revealed. I, Hadit, am the complement of Nu, my bride. I am not extended, and carved is the name of my house. In the sphere, I am everywhere the centre, and she, the circumference, is nowhere found. Yet she shall be known, and I never. Behold, the rituals of the old time are black. Let the evil ones be cast away, let the good ones be purged by the prophet. Then shall this knowledge go all right. I am the flame that burns in the heart of man, and in the core of every star. I am life, I am the giver of life, yet therefore is the knowledge of me the knowledge of death. I am the magician and the exorcist. I am the axle of the wheel and the cube in the circle. Come unto me is a foolish word, for it is I that go. Who worship Hupar Karif have worshipped me ill, for I am the worshipper. Remember, all ye, that existence is pure joy, that all the sorrows are but shadows. They are past and are done, but there is that which remains. O prophet, thou hast ill will to learn this writing. I see hate, the hand and the pen, but I am stronger, because of me in thee, which thou knowest not. For why? Because thou, the knower, and me. Now let there be a valley of this shine. Now let the light devour men, and eat them up with blindness. For I am perfect, being not, and my number is 9 by the fools, by with the just I am 8, and the 1 in 8 which is vital, for I am none indeed. The empress and the king are not of me, for there is a further secret. I am the empress, and the hierophant, the 11, and my bride is 11. Hear me, ye people, sighing, the sorrows of pain and regret are left to the dead and the dying, the folk that know me not as yet. They are dead, these fellows that feel not. We are not for the poor and the sad, the lords of the earth are our king's folk. Is a god to live in a dog? No, but the highest are of us. They shall rejoice, are chosen, whose sorrow is not of us. Beauty and strength, leaping and laughter and delicious languor, force and fire are us. We have nothing with the outcast and the unfit. Let them die in their misery, for they feel not. Compassion is a right of kings. Stamp down the wretched and the weak. This is the law of the strong. This is our law and the joy of the world. Think not, O king, upon that lie, that thou must die. Verily thou shalt not die, but live. Now let it be understood, if the body of the king dissolve, he shall remain in pure ecstasy forever. Nuit, Hadit, Hurrah, Kahit, the sun, strength, sight, light. These are for the servants of the star and the snake. I am the snake that giveth knowledge of delight and bright glory, and stir the hearts of men with drunkenness. To worship me, take strange drugs. Thereof I will tell my prophet, and be drunk thereof. They shall not harm ye at all. It is a lie, this folly against self. The exposure of innocence is a lie. Be strong, O man. Lust, enjoy all things of sense and rapture. Fear not that any god shall deny thee for this. I am alone. There is no God where I am. Behold, these be grave mysteries, for there also of my friends who be hermits. Now think not to find them in the forest or the mountains, but in the beds of purple, caressed by magnificent beasts of women with large limbs and fire and light in their eyes, and masses of flaming hair about them. There shall ye find them. Ye shall see them at rule, at vicious armies, at all their joy, and there shall be in them a joy 1,000,000 times greater than this. Beware lest any force another, king against king. Love one another with burning hearts. On the low men trample in the fear lust of your pride in the day of your wrath. Ye are against the people, O my chosen. I am the secret serpent coiled about to spring. In my calling there is joy if I lift up my head. I and my Nuit are one. If I droop down my head and shoot forth venom, then is rapture of the earth, and I and the earth are one. There is great danger in me, For who does not understand his rules shall make a great miss. He shall fall down in the pit called because, and there he shall perish with the dogs of reason. Now curse upon because and his king, may because he curse forever. If will stops and cries why, invoking because, and will stops and does naught. If power asks why, then is power weakness. Also reason is a lie, for there is a factor infinite and unknown, and in these words are skew wise. Enough of because, be he damned for a dog, but ye, O my people, rise and awake. Let the rituals be rightly performed with joy and beauty. There are rituals of the element and feast of the times, the feast for the first night of the prophet and his bride, a feast for 3 days of the writing of the book of the law, a feast for Tahitian, a child of the prophet, secret, O prophet, a feast for the supreme ritual, and a feast for the equinox of the gods, a feast for the fire and a feast for water, a feast for life and a greater feast for death, a feast every day in your hearts in the joy of my rapture, a feast every night unto new and the pleasures of uttermost delight. I feast, rejoice. There is no dread hereafter. There is the dissolution and eternal ecstasy in the kisses of new. There is death for the dogs. Dost thou foul? Art thou sorry? Is fear in thine heart? Where I am, these are not. Pity not the fallen. I never knew them. I am not for them. I console not. I hate the consoled and the consoler. I am unique and conqueror. I am not of the slaves that perish, be they damned and dead. Amen. This is of the four. There is a fifth who is invisible, and therein I am as a babe in the egg. Blue I, gold in the light of my bride, but the red gleam in my eyes, and my spangles are purple and green. Beyond purple is a light higher than eyesight. There is a vow. That vow is black. It is a vow of the modest woman. It is a vow of sorrow and the pall of death. This is not of me. Tear down that lying spectre of centuries. Veil not your vices and virtuous words. These vices are my service. Ye do well, and I reward you here and hereafter. Fear not, O prophet, when these words are said. Thou shalt not be sorry. Thou art emphatically my chosen, and blessed are the eyes that shall look upon with gladness. But I will hide thee in a mask of sorrow, that shall see fear. Thou art fallen, but I lift thee up. Not shall they who cry aloud their folly that meaneth no avail, thou shalt reveal it, thou avowest. They are the slaves because they are not of me. The stops at their will, the letters, change them not in style or value. Thou shalt not obtain the order and value of the English alphabet. Thou shalt find new symbols to attribute them to. Begone, ye mockers, even though ye laugh in my honour, ye shall laugh not long. Then when ye are sad, know that I have forsaken you. He that is righteous shall be righteous still. He that is filthy shall be filthy still. Ye deem not of change. Ye shall be as ye are, and no other. Therefore the kings of the earth shall be kings forever, and the slaves shall serve. There is none that shall be cast down or lifted up. All is ever as it was. Yet there are masked ones are my servants. It may be that yonder beggar is a king. A king may choose his garment as he will, but there is no certain test. But a beggar can never hide his poverty. Beware, therefore, love all, lest perchance is a king concealed. Say you so, fool? If he be a king, thou cannot hurt him. Therefore strike hard and low, and to hell with them, master. There is a light before thy eyes, O prophet, a light undesired, most desirable. I am lifted in thine heart, and the kisses of the stars rain hard upon the body. Thou art exhausted in the voluptuous fullness of the inspiration, and the aspiration is sweeter than death, more rapid and laughterful than a caress of hell's own worm. Oh, thou art overcome. We are upon thee, and the light is all over thee. Hail, hail, prophet of Nu, prophet of Had, prophet of Ruha Kahit. Now rejoice, come into our splendour and rapture, come into a passionate peace and write sweet words for the King and the Master. Thou art the holy chosen one. write and find ecstasy in writing, write and be abed in working, thrill and the joy of life and death. Ah, thy death shall be lovely. Whoever seeth it shall be glad. The death shall be the seal of the promise of that age of long love. Come, lift up thy heart and rejoice. We are none. Hold, hold, bear up thy rapture. Fail not to swoon of the excellent kisses. Harder, hold up thyself. Lift thine head. Breathe not so deep. Die. Ah, ah, what do I feel? Is the word exhausted? There's help and hope in other spells. Wisdom says, be strong. Thou cannot bear more joy. Be not animal. Refine thy rapture. If thou drink, drink by the 98 rules of art. If thou love, exceed by delicacy. And if thou do aught joyous, let there be subtlety therein. But exceed, exceed, strive ever to more. And if thou truly mine, and doubt it not, and if thou ever joyous, death is the crown of all. Ah, ah, death, death, thou shalt long for death. Death is forbidden, O man, unto thee. The length of thy longing shall be the strength of his glory. He that lives long and desires death much is ever the king among kings. I listen to the number and words. 4, 6, 3, 8, A, B, K, 20, 4, A, L, G, M, O, R, 3, Y, X, 2, 4, 8, 9, R, P, S, T, O, V, A, L. What meaneth this, O prophet? Thou knowest not, nor shalt thou ever. There cometh one to follow thee, he shall expound it. But remember, O chosen none, to be me, to follow the love of new in the starlit heaven, to look forth upon men, to tell them this glad word. O be thou proud and mighty among men. Lift up thyself, for there is none like unto thee among men or among gods. Lift up thyself, O my prophet. Thy stature shall surpass the stars. They shall worship thy name, foursquare, mystic, wonderful, the number of man, and the name of the house 418, the end of the hiding of Hadit, and the blessed, and the worship of the prophet, and the lovely star.